crash your party. Very happy to be here. I'm going to read some very new poems in process. The manuscript is actually forming into a sort of sequence, or the next book, and what I'm thinking of as a sequence or series to Hell Figures. So I'll read a few of these sort of very new poems, and then I'll read some from Hell Figures. The working title is Nyx, NYX, and I'll just read a few of these from these two sequences. One is the dreams, and one is the darknesses. I dreamt my torn hand between thumb and index finger. It looked like a wing, but of broken skin, flayed, translucent, blood red and impossibly thin, yet larger. It was my whole hand. My deviant dream arms at all angles, contortionist arrangements. I cry out. The evergreen green, what color is in dreams, what color is. Troubled presence, parked above Pacific Ocean, cliff, I say I see you, an attempt to float up to you, but the mechanism fails to lift me. Prone to exposure, all my thoughts were advertised. Eyes open to a dark theater, alone. Voice recognition fails. Lights, people. I am enveloped in a blanket and absorbed into the crowd. Underwater, searching, vaguely criminal, using some sort of breathing device, had a name, fishing rods and other stuff in the back of a pickup. Something unspoken, my sister, my mother, a curtain to the bathroom, which I've become entangled, laughing, passing something, art shelves crash over, something hidden, kept, breakable things on the shelf, scattered. Family, scattered, disconnected. Has someone died? Someone leaving? My bird was in danger in the car at night, the parking lot, deserted. I sensed the cat, black with gold eyes, size of my torso or so. It leapt, and I caught it, writhing, holding it off, feeling its robotic, mechanical metal skeleton under the skin, moving beneath its skin as I held it to the sky. Projectile through the atmosphere, feet first. I see the sky turning space blue to black quickly and think I should not leave the atmosphere. I point my toes downward to shift my course and race through the upper atmosphere as a balloon ejecting its air. Norway, a layover, indefinite airport, and the water in the same space watching an incoming wave, and the spine of the ocean fixed, unmoving. The wave rises and follows the shape, the steep incline of rocks that form a ridge, and frozen, people try to slide or ski down it. A person lands and is stuck, then catapulted out of the water. Wolves gathered in the field outside the boundary of thin fencing. My sister is distressed. Our dogs are out there, hers standing among the wolves who he resembles, except one who is white and brown. Mine running around, entering the closed fence, then running out again. A wolf leaps over her. I guess they are not interested in her. But I see also coyotes coming in from the woods. I walk up to the white wolf, thinking perhaps if I howl, it will understand, but it shows teeth, and growls. And the green bird is walking across the grass, rolls onto her back, submissive to the wolves, like, come play with me. Wolves laying strewn across the field. Looking at my hands, only fingers, they are poppy seeds swimming under the nail of my thumb. I am showing this to you. Flames like vapor engulfing the surroundings. Woods, the home, the bird escapes, and we slip under the slick black surface of the lake as gusts of flame blow over and consume everything. I think I can miss you in the dream, and so I say it because you're not there. I am dreaming through a hallway, a dream structure holding papers and folders, wheeling myself upwards, aloft, entering each room, discovering a room with a keyboard. I remind myself I cannot work in a dream. One, All the Rage, is instrumental in the cold wind emptied corridor, the dead recording as in birdsong, restless at rest, ever golem-like. The fantasy makes a world into which we press our love. The riffs overrun with time, and time again, its shadow makes its shadow seem to live. In the wake or autumn that is left, all the rage turns a death roll. 2, in the house of Fozani. Gathered form from what went to seed and left the empty hand empty. Each gesture a plague, each season a fall. Never was and never was and was. Or each thread a wire, a mouth, a casket, lips of a mouth held shut by each. Seven, Villadom, where delusions encounter themselves in reverberative infinities, disturbing the walls, ruptures of coarse compartments, mirages that window the yards vibrating with eidetic fixations, awakening dead, ringers or dreams sing past, a future past, or relics erase what ceases to be erased. Swan Song 8. Projected blindwise among perceiving machines, scales from the eyes of monuments descend, the inward gaze, blurred by tremors, sketched on water, corruptions of false intimacies, exacting memory within rooms, sung to multiply the void like so many traffic lights gone berserk. And then I'm going to read from section in the book titled Helen a Fugue. And it's Helen is Helen of Troy. And it is meant for multiple voices with multiple ways of reading it. It is composed as a fugue, not sort of just calling it a fugue, but in that there's a lot of sort of numerical underpinnings to the formation of the sequences, and the parts go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4, 3, 2, 1, and the numbers within them are also palindromic. So there's really multiple ways of reading it, and I'm going to just give you a straight reading, essentially. So I'll read just a few of the parts within it.
And then give us an unstraight reading.
I mean, arguably, I don't ever give a straight reading. Part 2. The echo that watches, listens, meshes, of noon and travels, released from origins, resist were I too, turned, what keeps you split in two. The doubled world in all its doting on my every tete-a-tete. Letters fall on vacant lots, circling, cawing. Roses of muses and ruses, even I, to phantoms, every limb armed. The air, the aura, the L-shaped mouths of Arcadian girls, certain slants of their severed souls, taught to sing in siren scales, immersed by ear, by rote, or travels abroad. Bird, serpent bird, what makes of me any Hermione, serpent-mouthed, speaking back. Part 3. Where heat or anarchy beat, affinities animate the animal, lying, residue of my foreign tongue. Gasps cloister my armory, the crowds, sacrificial birds, render, remember. What thought was flying, turreted my contrary feeling, myth itself, armor, armor, a name in name, my own, in name travels where, nobody. Letters alone proliferate. My letters, in absence of, fastening fast, furied lambs for, loudening illusion, fall falsely. How else traverse in loudening, howls the rendered animal, darkest, darkening, refraction, hour. How else stand, walk, murmur, think, grieve. And this is the last part I'll read, part 4.
Fugue.
Part 4. Tongues, I
Zabon ha.
throttle among.
Gelförsörjde.
My limbs are
Azana.
phantom fleeing, succumbing upon reflection.
Furushavante pastamu.
Shots rung out in lines, of image shapes,
به خط شدند شلیک ها
convictions made of
رز
stones,
رز
pebbles,
از سنگ عقیده سنگ ریزه
Unturned.
سنگر
the urns burn. Follow my city,
همراه
pursue
شو شهری که رز
body figures,
پیکران
cut and calloused my pyre.
بریدند تراشیدند مرا سوختند سیل پرستو
Flood,
رفت
swallows, gone. Messages slant from rubble,
پیام ها متساعد
trapped just,
از خاک روبه به تازگی
Quartet.
کوارتت
as
انگار
if the end of
برای
time.
پایان زمان
Disasters, animals, restrained in
حیوانات
rooms,
مصیبت
facing
نهار در اتاقها مقابل
whatsoever the dark earth
هر آنچه تاریکی
Loves.
زمین دوست دارم
returns from it. Every front
باز
line
میگردد در آن هر
rendered
خط مقدم
lost.
تفسیر
What's all is
بر آن
what I
همه
lay.
هست
Here the walls shall have it all.
کاشتن دیوارها تصویرش کنند
Cloaked in songs, the brawls.
رخت ترانه پوشیدن
Hereafter the place I
نبردها بیش نمیشناسم
no more identified than love. I,
من
the undersigned.
من متعهد
I, the undersigned.